Hey everybody, we are here with CIR Realtor Extraordinaire Derek Timmons. Derek, meet the people.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Derek is on today because Derek was sharing some really cool stuff. Actually, I love how you are so darn cute. You are the cutest because whenever you have, well, I said not cuter, but not in a bad way.
Right here.
Are you guys having some relationship problems?
This is just.
You're ruggedly handsome. He's just cute.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Like when a girl calls you skinny,
Yeah.
she's like, you're really skinny. I'm like, lean.
Yeah.
Lean.
Exactly.
Not skinny. Go ahead.
Oh, I really want to tell the driver's license DMV story, but I won't. But one of the things that I love that you do so much is when you try something and you're successful at it, you email us and you're like, hey guys, I tried this and it worked out really good and I'm super happy and I had a really great day and I just wanted to share, which is so sweet that you do that. But it's great because you are also willing to share some of those successes with other people, which is fabulous. So that's why Derek's on today, because he chose to send something to us at one point and we looked at it and we're just like, this is bloody brilliant. And it's basically the way you're using a video technology tool called BombBomb to reach out to people that you meet at open houses. I mean, you're using video for a ton of stuff. I think today we're going to focus part of it on what you're doing with the open houses stuff. But in general, that's why Derek is here today. So Derek is a little nervous, but Derek, why don't you tell us how you got involved in BombBomb in general?
So thanks for having me. I am incredibly nervous today, but it's my first time live on anything, so hopefully this doesn't go terribly. But as far as it goes with BombBomb, it was just suggested to me by other agents that were using different video strategies as a platform that could get attention and build rapport with people really quickly, people that you have maybe a colder connection with, and you could get into a position where now they know you. Perhaps they start to like you a little more, maybe even trust you, and now they're thinking about you and they're thinking about real estate. And it doesn't always just have to be with a cold lead. I use BombBomb for everything. With I send happy birthday BombBombs to my database. I send keep in touch BombBombs. I send market report like we're going to see today. It's almost like a CMA or a real estate review BombBomb. So there's all different types of stuff, but I've really found it to be effective when you've met a lead or you have a referral, especially off of like realtor.ca. If you get a Facebook lead in any way where it's cold internet lead and you send a video, you introduce yourself, you kind of play around with it, make a few jokes, and now all of a sudden it's warmed it right up to the point where they know who you are, they understand why you're reaching out, and they're not ignoring your text messages, your phone calls, because that can get a little laborious at times. So I really found video to be just a great icebreaker and a way to kind of stand above or stand out from the other agents that aren't doing these tactics.
So let's kind of jump into this right away. So we'll show you a clip of what Derek is doing just so you understand. Before we show this, will you just give a minute of context as to why you would do a video like this, where the inspiration for this came from, where the lead came from?
Sure, totally. So what we're about to see on this example is a screen recording with BombBomb. So you're just a tiny little circle in the corner, but it actually records the screen that you have on your computer, and you can do a variety of different things. You can go through listings that somebody might be interested in. You could go through a real estate review, do a quick CMA for people. I actually got a listing recently just because it was in my CRM. It reminded me to keep in touch with someone in my database that I hadn't talked to in a little while. So I just was getting a little bit creative, and I sent one of these videos almost identical to the example that I made. And by the way, this video you're going to see was totally just an example. I created it just for this purpose. But I sent a real live one to someone in my database, and they were so blown away by the information that they had me over to talk about it in person, and then we signed that listing, and now it's live on the market. So I'm not saying that BombBomb got that listing, but I'm not saying that it didn't at the same time, right?
It's such a powerful recent interaction. We always talk about that, making sure you're interacting with people to be the trusted advisor, and you said it.
100%.
With know, like, and trust.
Totally.
So, okay, so Jordan, let's show my screen here for a second. I want to show this email on, oh wait, nope, there is no screen there. Let's go back.
And this just came in an email, which is so easy.
Well, let's try that, Jordan. Okay, cool. So what this is, what we're looking at right this second, is an email that Derek sent over. And this is what it looks like embedded in the actual email. So you put a quick message in here, has the video put in here. One of the things I like is it says play 3-minute video. It doesn't say like, because if people will investigate or plan on watching the video based off the time they have.
Sure.
If it was a 25-minute video, people are going to be like, I'm out.
Totally. And to touch on that, I try not to send videos longer than a minute other than these video CMA ones. And usually I won't send something this long to someone that I've met at an open house. It'll be more of an introductory email, but or BombBomb, and less than a minute. People will watch less than a minute for sure. But this one for sure has value that people will watch it for the full 3 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, so we are going to show what, once you click on this is what happens. You get Derek up here, and we are going to show what it actually looks like with the video here. So I'm going to hit play, and
The sound will work.
and the sound should work. Here we go.
Hey Kirsten, it's Derek Timmons here from CIR Realty. How you doing? I wanted to send you this quick message to say it was really great meeting you yesterday at the open house at 123 Anywhere Street, and then I loved our chat. Now, when we were chatting yesterday, you were telling me that you and your husband are thinking about maybe selling your house sometime in the near future, but you're not sure when, and you also weren't really sure about the sales activity and stuff that was going on. So I wanted to pull this up and show you exactly what's going on. Now, you told me that you live in Cooper's Crossing in Airdrie, which is a great area, and that you have a 1,650 square foot, 2-story home with a double attached garage. Now, I have pulled up everything that is comparable to your house currently listed in your area with houses that are similar to yours or comparable to yours. We have 2 active listings. We have one here, 2540 Cooper Circle, listed at $435,000. It's been on the market for 32 days. And we have another one at 127 Cooper's Close, listed at $429,900, been listed for 89 days. Now, that's great to know what your competition is, but it's also really great to know what the sales have happened, because what's most important is to know what we can get for your house. Now, in the last 90 days, there's actually been 3 sales that have happened in Cooper's Crossing.
What did we lose? Are we back on? Okay, so welcome back. Derek, awesome job.
Thank you.
Now, I just want to give a, I
This
just want
is so good.
I want to say, for those of you that are like, want to do this yourselves, you can use QuickTime and other devices and other streaming places to create videos and send it to your clients. But BombBomb's got a whole host of tools for tracking statistics.
Totally.
The way it makes it super easy, especially from the apps and things like that. So I do highly recommend BombBomb, but it's not inexpensive.
No.
What is it, $600 to $800 US?
500 US?
It's 700 Canadian is what it
700
worked out to me for the year. So, but I for sure 100% believe that I've gotten 2 deals so far this year from Realtor.ca, where they emailed me. I sent them a BombBomb back to introduce myself, and then all of a sudden, when I was meeting with them in person, taking them through the system, and then they converted into a closed transaction. So, I mean, $700 investment for a $7,000 commission check is certainly worth it, in my opinion. And the tracking is unbelievable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So take us through again, and you mentioned a few examples, but sort of in your head, when would you send one of these videos to somebody?
Oh God, I have all different kinds.
Okay.
I mean,
give us a few.
So one would be a keep in touch. So my CRM reminds me, if someone's not a hot lead where they're looking to buy or sell in the next 3 to 6 months, there may be a long-term lead, or not even sure if they're gonna buy at all anytime soon, I'll touch base with them once a quarter. So one time I'll phone them, one time maybe I'll shoot them a text, hey, I was just thinking about you. Another time I'll send a BombBomb. And like you saw in the email, when you have that thumbnail, what I like to do, a strategy that I find really effective, is I have a little whiteboard. So I'll write, hey, Lindsay, on the whiteboard. And then when they open the email, they see their name, me with this goofy grin. And then all of a sudden they open the email and they watch it. And it's just, hey, how you doing? Wanted to touch base. I saw on Facebook that your daughter just turned 7. I hope she's doing really well, or whatever, right? So that's one method. And then also to keeping in touch with your clients that have active listings. Like, hey, Kirsten, Lindsay, just wanted to let you know last week we had 36 views of your listing online. This is what happened. Or we ran an open house this weekend. 7 people came through. We have some serious interest, different things like that. So there's all different kinds. You can get really, really creative with it.
I really like that, because especially for listings that have been on the market for a long time, most people are just doing emails at that point. You're not picking up the phone and doing it.
Right.
But what a personal way to make it more personal
Totally.
in an email, for someone to actually see your face, for you to communicate that information, than just text in an email all the time.
Totally, and it's so quick to do it, and it's really simple, and then you get the tracking, so you know they opened it, you know they watched it, you know how many times they watched it too. So if you send a video out to like a cold or warm or even a hot lead, and they've watched it 10 times, you're going, okay, I need to call this person. I need to book an appointment now, because we all know the most important thing is actually getting live in person with someone. Of
course.
Because you can't sell real estate over an email or a phone call.
No.
So, but this really helps get you there.
So for the people who are watching this thinking, video's really tough, I don't know how I'm going to get a video in the body of an email and how it's going to look nice. And I'm speaking to everyone who's like myself, because I am this person. Talk a little bit about what you need. So obviously you need BombBomb. Do you have a webcam, or do you just use the camera that's built into your laptop already?
It's super user friendly. So once you get the app, so I have the BombBomb extension for Gmail.
Okay.
So actually
Which all of you guys have, so
Yeah,
that would work for
100%.
everyone.
And that was like 10 seconds to have it. And I uploaded my Gmail. So my CIR account actually has send video and record screen separate from like a regular Gmail. But yeah, it just uses the camera on your laptop, or you can do it with your phone. You can text BombBombs. You can do a bunch of different stuff, but it's really, really user friendly.
So as far as video equipment, you don't need any video equipment other than, worst case scenario, just your cell phone, and then you guys can get started with this.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you have good lighting and you're sitting in a room that's quiet or whatever. And
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good points. Lighting and sound are two of the biggest things.
Yeah, 100%.
And just make sure that you have something kind of lighting your face, but a well-lit room will totally work enough, especially for this. And one of the things that's nice about this is, first of all, anytime I've opened up a BombBomb video, I always expect it to be generic. I expect it to be like, hey friends, great to see you again.
Yeah.
you know it's generic, but when they start saying your name, speaking to something specific, it takes you back. You're just like, whoa,
Yeah.
like, is this happening? Like this is real and only for me. And they don't know it's an app that's easy. They think you took the time to sit down, and it takes a little bit of prep. You got to do the search for this, and you got to go through it, take a few minutes to look at it, but it's not onerous. And the fact that you can bang it off that quick it's magical to people. I mean, my grandmother is still like, if we're on YouTube, you're famous, right? So my grandmother's impressed. Look at me.
I had somebody from Google once, and they email all the time, because we have Google accounts, we run a bunch of stuff, and they always want you to run more ads, whatever it is. And they sent me a BombBomb video once, and it had when you opened the email, it was the same thing, a screenshot, and then their little circle, and the screenshot was of our website.
Oh yeah.
And it's there's no, and I hate salesy emails. I don't want to talk to these people ever, because I'm bombarded. I probably get 50 sales related emails a day just because of my position. There is absolutely no way I would have ever not clicked on that video.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's a point of interest.
Ever.
Yeah.
Totally.
For sure.
And I don't click on any of those emails.
Totally.
So I get it.
And that's why I write people's names on the whiteboard, because their natural curiosity and almost their ego is like, what is this?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
it's so personal that you're just, how's this thing of me in this video? What
and like Lindsay says, when it says at the bottom, play 45-second video, they're like, okay, I'll invest 45 seconds to find out what this guy's talking about.
Totally. Yeah, it makes it digestible and easy to say yes to. And that's anything you do in real estate, especially if you're talking about low trust relationships at the start in terms of warming those up, anything you can do to make it easy to say yes to. If your first thing is like, oh, why don't I come into your house for 2 hours to tell you about your your home and things like that, forget about it. But we laugh, but that's the whole thing. Get buyers into the office, make sure you get a face-to-face appointment with people. But actually saying, hey, you know what, we need this person in, or we could just want to get into our house for 2 hours is a huge, huge commitment. So this is an easy, bite-sized way to do it.
Totally.
Tell us, how long have you been using BombBomb now? Because it's not that long.
No, I got it probably in about maybe February.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the CMA videos, I mean, you only sent me, we were experimenting with that just a couple months ago.
Yeah, not even I think I've been doing those for about a month and a half.
And you're already starting to see the results.
Already seeing some pretty good, return on it for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it didn't cost me any extra. I just had to download the extension for Gmail. So.
Gosh, and the screen sharing part is.
It's super cool. Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good for you, Derek.
Thanks.
Well, thanks so much. You know what? I can only imagine that everyone online right now is probably like, how am I going to learn to do this? We'll figure something out. But I do know, because I've had a BombBomb account before, that BombBomb in general has amazing training resources.
Oh yeah.
Out of this world, amazing, amazing training resources. So if you decide that you would like to get a BombBomb account and you want to learn how to screen share and you want to learn how to brand the email that goes out so it has your logo and the header or the footer and all of that stuff. I am as tech illiterate as humanly possible, and I figured out all of that because of how easy BombBomb makes it for you. So don't feel like that's a barrier to entry or that, we need to have a class and you need to come in this room for us to teach you. It is video for dummies. I honestly mean that.
It really is. Like before I became a realtor, I didn't even own a computer. I didn't know how to turn them on. I didn't even have an email account 3 years ago. Like that's how tech illiterate I am. And so
Wow.
this stuff is pretty simple and straightforward.
Yep.
And just to give you one last prime time example of how effective this can be. So I was doing an open house and I put on my Instagram story, I'm at this open house and it was going really well, but I just made a quick story. Someone that I've never met before reached out to me on my story and said, that house is really beautiful. I'd like to see some photos. I said, great, no problem. Why don't you send me your email and I'll email you the listing. So he sent me his email. I emailed him the listing like I told him I would do. So one thing I'd always advise is don't ever do something you're not going to say.
Yeah,
or
I like
that you know what I mean? Like don't
Say something you're not going to do.
So
yeah.
I sent him the listing, and I saw that he opened it, and then I sent him a BombBomb to introduce myself because I've never met this person before in my life. And now we actually have a coffee scheduled for this week because he's thinking about buying a house. So
Perfect.
again, like did the video, did the Instagram get the lead? Did that get me in front of the person? I'm not really sure, but I'm not going to spend too much time questioning it. All I know is this guy wants to sit down to talk about buying real estate, and I'm going to meet him for that appointment, go through the presentation, and then obviously sign a buyer agreement, and then away we go, right? So
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a win.
Perfect.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Derek, well done.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Thank
giving us your time.
It's my pleasure.
To do this. You guys get out there, experiment with video, do this. Just dip your toes in the water at the start, and then I think BombBomb even has a free trial that you can do.
Yeah, they do.
So,
Yep.
so
Yep.
take a look and experiment with that. So
And if you guys ever have any questions, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or email me. I'm happy to help for sure.
cool.
You're the
Yeah.
best.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Derek's cell number 403. I'm just kidding.